Oh,
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this early edition of next week's episode of DWN Productions THC Podcast, Terrible Horror Crap Podcast, or today, whatever the fuck THC stands for in the drug term. Podcast sponsored by Fast Custom Shirts here at the Fancy Dan YouTube page and BOYGOB.com. I made a joke last week when you said, "Oh, this isn't an odd video medium, you fuck." I'm just like, "Oh, you got to look at those numbers. We're a YouTube show now." And somehow last week's episode got over 1,000 views in the first week, which is fucking strange.
that
And I
is a bit strange. And I didn't share it, and I didn't let people know when we were recording. So yeah, that is a bit odd.
people were looking for that bloody murder fucking review. Mikey!
Yeah, I guess because most people don't review things like that. They review shit like Dawn of the Dead and stuff like that. You know, the standards. We
I mean,
go
I'm sure they do.
we go off the beaten path. Hey, I'm fucking complimenting the show. Don't bring it down.
Emily! That's how you gotta say that one, I guess. Joe, how's your week been, man? Your week and a
We're
half. You
live
doing
for
okay?
420.
A little bit of that mouse sticking, as they say. Anybody out there doing a little bit of that mouse sticking tonight? Let us know. Jack off that dick, little mouse stick in your mouth now. Enjoy. You're not down with the mouse sticking, Joe?
No, no, I'm not. I'm drug free, Tom.
Today's the day for it. Oh shit, look at that.
Probably,
See you
probably.
at Texas Frightmare weekend. Come by the table and grab one of those.
Mhm.
Fuck. They look nice, Joe.
They look really good. It's a good color scheme.
Sheem.
It's like the
It's a
reverse
good.
Ninja Turtle scheme, which is better.
Hey, speaking of Ninja Turtles,
Hmm.
we'll get into that next week when we start our new franchise.
Nope.
So, how's your week been, Joe?
Oh, everything's fucking awful, Tom. But
Is
hey,
it?
yeah. But I don't bring my problems onto the show and like try to be a fucking downer to everybody. You know, hey, all you stoners, happy your day or whatever. It's also the Columbine anniversary, Hitler's birthday. So yeah, y'all are all celebrating everything. Good on y'all. Good on y'all.
Joe, wish him a happy birthday.
Who?
That's what we do now. We're a fucking birthday celebration show.
Caroline says it's Emily's birthday. Happy birthday, Emily. And we'll see y'all next weekend for sure. Yeah. Mike, those cookies are awesome. You should you know the texture, the fabric, they are outstanding. Not a drop is gonna drip from your beer
Mm,
unless you spill it or something.
mm,
That's
mm,
funny.
mm. Delicioso, amigo. Mm, 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 mm.
So Tom, how was your week? You're the one with always interesting stuff going on with masks and
Just fucking busy. Today started out fucking shit. Everything was going wrong. Excuse me. Two production molds fucking that I did came out fucked. So I'm gonna have to find out a new way to do that shit, which is always fun when you're not the busiest you've ever been in your what is it, professional career or whatever. I just got a shit ton of stuff to bring to Camp Zool. Plus, I'm finishing this run from a month or so ago. I can't remember. Plus, I have another run of mass that I got to get done for July. So, super fucking busy. Plus, the shit for Frightmare next weekend. It's going to be nice when we're all in Dallas airport next weekend
yeah.
drinking beers, because then I'll have that production, that Bonehead for AXG done, and excuse me, I won't be able to make any more shit for Frightmare. So that'll help ease the stress some.
Yeah.
But then I got 200 masks to make in less than a month for Camp a la Zulu.
I'm definitely not as prepared for Frightmare as I should be. I think I've got maybe 8 or 9 boxes ready to go, which I don't even remember how many I've brought in the past, but I usually bring quite a bit. But we'll see. We'll see. And I'm not stressing this year like, oh, I don't have this size and this run of shirts. Fuck it. Sorry.
It is what it is.
Right. Yeah.
And also, this is also the year that $11 t-shirts are implemented. So make sure to go get your new $11 t-shirt signed.
It's not quite true, but if you were a 2X or a 3X, you're going to pay $12.50 for that shirt.
Oh shit, $12.50
If you're a 4X or a 5X, you're paying $15 for that shirt. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Shit's gone up considerably, and
I'm gonna work your table a little bit just so I can see the look on people's faces when you tell them and they realize it's not a joke.
You'll have to stand up to do that, Tom, which I know you don't do too much.
I do sometimes when I've been doing a little drinking, but that Saturday is always rough because I drank so fucking much Friday and got no sleep.
Yeah, everybody walk by Tom's table and get a koozie thrown at you mid
Friday. Do it, figure it'll happen Friday. But I am going to save some back for Camp Zuel. So all the Zooligans who would like one have a chance to get one. And all you have to do is go up to Joe and give him a little tap on the ball bag. And if you're brave enough to do that, then I guess you get a koozie.
Really, all you have to be doing is walking by the table and either ask for one or walk by the table with a beer that doesn't have a koozie on, and I'll give you one.
Or I'm sure if there's like some kind of live podcast or something going on, we'll be handing out free shit during that, I would assume.
You would assume.
So we'll find out.
Yeah, but maybe if you paid attention to the layout of the ballroom.
Damn, that's a nutsack for all
they got our buddy
there.
Craig right across from me this time, and our buddies from Severn are catty corner to us this time, so they're a little closer.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I never look at it.
Mm-hmm. So you folks bring your pounds. That's what they call dollars in Britain.
Ruples.
Severn table. And yeah, they call like a torch. That's what's known as a flashlight over there. Strange shit.
I don't know why there isn't a fucking t-shirt up on Fast Custom Shirts yet with a picture of a flashlight that says torch.
I don't know. I haven't had
little BOYGOB.com underneath it.
I haven't had the time or money to do the big fuck arounds like I used to.
Well, Joe, let's make you a little money, all right? Everybody, head on over. You see that? Look at that. FastCustomShirts.com. Go get the fucking BOYGOB shirt. It's awesome. If you're a big fat guy, it'll only be $700. But if you wear a large, it is still $10. I'm not sure how the pricing works, but head on over to FastCustomShirts.com and get that fucking awesome shirt.
All right, there's cupcakes I see now, Tom, on the patio this year, and shots. I'm not usually one for shots, Caroline, but why not? Fuck
this year, fuck it. It might be my last.
It may be. It may well be. Last year, Tom was dying of cancer. This year, that's me that got all kinds of weird health problems.
No, I think that was a couple years ago.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Last year was the return from the pandemic.
Oh, good. Last year, you were going to have your legs sewn off or something, right?
No, last year was the return from the pandemic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I would say you got any thoughts or anticipations about this year, but I mean we could save that for next week's episode because that's only like 3 days away.
3 days from now. Maybe I can watch a movie between then and now.
Hope so, Joe. You're at least going to have to watch one, which you'll find out what it is
All
later
right.
on.
But I did watch a couple. I mean, I'm sure you've watched like 8 or 9 during this long hiatus that we've had.
I mean, I didn't watch any more movies since Sunday
Okay.
because I didn't want to forget about that shit since it was like a week and a half ago since I watched this shit.
Yeah, I know. I looked at my list and I was like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Fuck happened in this? Alligator? It's about what now? I
King.
don't remember anything. Well, Joe, I watched Alligator. You know, I don't know about you, but I remember the first DVD I bought, and that was Mr. C's Halloween. And now the first 4K I bought was Alligator for some reason.
So you got yourself a 4K
No,
television?
I don't.
No?
But it comes with the Blu-ray.
Ah.
Like I guess that's going to be the standard now for physical media.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it used to be get the Blu-ray and then you get the DVD.
Right.
So now it's get the 4K and you get the Blu-ray.
Well, I'm trying to avoid 4K for as long as possible.
Yeah, but I mean if that's all it's released on, then
Yeah.
if you want to see the movie and shit, that's how they're selling it. Anyways, you ever seen Alligator, Joe?
Alligator, I think I saw when I was a kid on TV, like on the fucking Superstation or WTBS, whatever the fuck. They're the same thing, right? WGN is the other one I was thinking. I saw it on one of those two things. So
WGN is
Chicago, yeah. But yeah, that's the one where it starts off with the kid flushing a alligator down the toilet.
no, the father flushes it
Father
down.
does.
It's like, what the
Okay.
fuck? We got an alligator in fucking Chicago that's actually LA?
This
No, we're
this
not.
alligator crap. He throws it in the toilet, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And
Show
gets
ripped the shit off of that one.
I just want to give a shout out very quick to Mr. Bob Noblin. I always giggle when I see his fucking name pop up anywhere. So good for you, sir. Good for you.
I know my childhood was pretty bad, but fuck, stories.
But yeah, alligator is good shit, except for when it's not. Because if you remember, a big subplot of this is there's a genetic facility or some kind of testing something that does testing on dogs, specifically puppies. And there's a big fat chomo looking fuck who owns a pet store who sells puppies to them, and then he also goes around like kidnapping people's pets and shit. And then they cut the puppies' larynx out and shit so they don't bark when they're in the testing facility. So all that shit's like fucking awful. The Fly 2 would be a pretty entertaining movie if it wasn't for that very sad shit with the dog in it. But I digress, though. If you're a dog person, you might want to skip the first 20 or so minutes of this movie. But anyways, after they're done experimenting or doing whatever on the dogs, the big fat chomo fuck takes them down into the sewers and just like tosses them into the ravine or whatever the waterway in the sewers called. And then I guess the alligator was eating them and growing because they were trying to make Hulk dogs. I'm not sure. But anyways, that's how the alligator gets super big and runs amok. It's worth a watch. I like it.
Yeah,
I
I don't
forgot
remember
it.
much about it. I just remember the alligator being in the sewer, busting through the street or something. I don't know, and then going around cars, jumping on cars and shit. And
Yeah, I mean it's all right.
then he's wearing a lab coat. And, we'll get to that.
You, Spider-Man. Excuse me. I mean, if this is probably the best giant alligator movie, I can't think of another one that I even like. Didn't
Rogue,
care for
I like. Rogue is
I,
really good.
that's what I was just gonna say. Didn't care for Rogue. Didn't care for Crawl. Can't think of
I thought
any
Crawl
other
was kind of
ones.
fun too.
Yeah, you would.
And I've been wanting to watch the one, I guess, the pool, where a guy's stuck in a pool with an alligator.
Dun dun. The water's not high enough for me to get out. Dun
Right?
dun.
Yeah. Oh, he's Korean, so he can't reach the ladder. You know.
You just gotta hope you can hold on to the alligator's eye sockets with your thumbs in it.
Right. You
And
better
that'll
hope
be
a kid comes along and drops a skateboard in there.
tubular.
I gotta ollie out of here.
Alligator though, would recommend. I mean, I paid $30 for it. The special features on there weren't anything to write home about. I mean, just your average shit. I would say $20. That would be a fair price for it, especially since about 80% of the people. No, I would say more. I would say more. The people who are into physical media, hardcore, they probably all have 4K players and shit.
Yeah.
So, for the average Jose, I would say wait for it for $20 and you'll be good because it's worth watching. But all that dog shit sucks a dick, and I could have went without that fucking garbage.
Unless it's given to me, then I'll just watch it when it's streaming somewhere.
You want the 4K disc?
Just want that slipcase.
Oh shit! I think I got it. How much you got? How much you got in your pocket, baby boy?
I could give a shit about slipcases.
So what'd you watch?
I'm continuing my watches of the All the Haunts Be Ours box set. I watched a movie called Celia or Celia, depends on how you pronounce it.
Is that with a C?
Celia.
Celia.
Yeah, well, it's Australian, so I think they said Celia.
Celia later, bloke.
So this is another one where they gave you the fucking they lied to you because this is not a folk
Who
horror
lied to
movie.
you? Justin A.
There's
Who
no
lied to
witchcraft. There's no, I don't know, fucking death rocks or anything like last time. This one is just I mean, it does have a sequence at the beginning where they're reading a story and they kind of like there's some goblins or shit and they show the goblins.
Are they Bob Noblins?
Bob Noblin goblins? No, they're just, I don't know. But it doesn't matter because they're just reading the story. This doesn't actually happen in the movie. So this does not qualify, does not belong in this box set.
Why?
Now, given that, this is probably the best movie in this box set so far.
What about the milking thigh one?
That's pretty good too, but this is just a good movie. This is about a little girl that's just a troublemaker. You know, she's just kind of a pain in the ass, and it's about her trying to make friends and losing friends and getting bullied, and it's about her dad, you know, hitting on the neighbor chick, and her mom, I don't know, trying to deal with all that. Girl gets a pet rabbit, and some horrible things happen to rabbits in this movie. But I don't care for rabbits as much as I do for dogs.
Nobody
so I wasn't really
a rabbit
greatly affected by it. So supposedly Australia had a time when they were just overrun with rabbits, where there was rabbits all over the fucking place, and they were just trying to exterminate rabbits left and right because like you couldn't walk outside without tripping over 12 rabbits or something.
That was like 88, I think. It was the Great Hair debacle.
I think so. There's like a little mini documentary about it. I started to watch it, but I got too fucking tired. And you know, the way they're talking about, you know, shooting rabbits, and it starts out, this is real graphic, you know, don't watch if you're
Faces of death.
They're just shooting rabbits. They just go out there and shoot rabbits, but
motherfucker in an Elmer Fudd mask. Just
they're not using big caliber rifles, so it's not like they just blow up, you know, like fucking Duck Hunt or something. They just kind of like fall down, you know. They flip over and fall down, but You know,
Except for that one dude who was rolling grenades, and then they were like springing up into the air and shit.
yeah, that one dude. But yeah, no, this movie, it's just really good. It's an excellent movie. I recommend it. It is not a horror flick at all, but it's a slice of life type thing. I dig it. It's about communism too. You know, the communism that ran rampant in Australia. Uh, all kinds of good shit in this flick, man. So yeah, here's another winner for the box set, even though it doesn't belong there.
Excellent. Would recommend.
I would. I do.
This is the highest recommendation if it's an excellent movie. Yes? Shit, he froze up and I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. That's the end of this one, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
So would recommend muy excelente?
Highest recommendation.
Damn.
I give it 5 boy gobs.
Damn. Hey Joe, you like video games?
Sometimes don't.
You like movies based off video games? Episode 237.
There's been maybe a few that I've liked. Yeah,
You ever play Sonic?
the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
I
The
have.
Ham Hog.
Yeah,
How was it?
you gotta run and capture rings.
You do. In
It's a
those
fun game.
rings, you can throw those rings and it'll take you to other dimensions or wherever you want. If you don't want to fly, say you have a wedding to go to in Hawaii. Excuse me, I keep feeling like I'm going to sneeze. If you have a wedding you have to go to in Hawaii, why book an airplane or get on an Amtrak train when you can just throw out a ring and it'll open up a portal and you can just walk through to Hawaii? Right?
Well, I mean, yeah, but you're not gonna get more rings that way.
No, you're going to use that one to get to Hawaii.
Okay.
You remember that from the game?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I watched Sonic 2. It was a movie about Sonic the Ham Hog in our world. That's something cool, right?
Does it take place right after Sonic 1?
Oh, I think a couple years after.
Okay,
I
so there
don't
was no
think it's...
cliffhanger in part 1 that this continues with?
Yes, the cliffhanger in part 1 is Dr. Robotnik was transported to the mushroom planet, which looked pretty cool at the beginning. And, excuse me, and then you've seen Tails at the very end looking for Sonic. So this one introduces Tails and their relationship, we can call it. Their relationship is ambiguous. That might be the word. Like if you played the games and got into the story, you knew that like Tails was just a super fan and really looked up to Sonic. But in this movie, there was a scene where my mom looked at me and she said, "Is that fox supposed to be a boy or a girl?" So Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's a very it's an odd movie. It's okay. It has some good stuff in it. But there's a subplot about going to this wedding where this big fat lady is getting married to like this fucking, I guess, shirtless model guy. And in the end, it just turns out that it's all a big ruse just to trap Sonic. This had nothing, you could have just thrown this out. This could have been just like 20 minutes of the movie. You could have just went and threw it the fuck away. This had nothing to do with fuck.
So
And
they lured Sonic in with a male top shirtless model.
no, Sonic hits up his buddy who's supposed to be like his father figure. He's like, hey, remember that ring I got you? We're in trouble. Throw the ring. Like Sonic wasn't invited to this wedding. It was just happenstance that he showed up there because he was in trouble and needed the ring they were going to use to get back home from Hawaii to get him out of the sticky situation he was in. But no, there's a scene where like the shirtless model fellow and all his shirtless model friends are playing volleyball against like just the regular dude crew, even though the fucking main guy has like giant muscles when he goes like this. So it's like, well, what the fuck is this supposed to prove? So all the shirtless model guys celebrate their victory by popping open champagne and spraying it all over each other. And then the fucking guy's just like, that's what I want for Sonic. I want him to have a crew to do shit like that. So the shit in this movie's like, I don't know what's going on here, but it's a Sonic movie, and the people who like it seem to like it, so that's okay. I mean,
Are there any cameos from any other Sega video games?
I mean,
Establishing this Sega cinematic universe.
Segaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. Shadows at the end, but I never got into Shadow the Hedgehog.
Like Primal Beast doesn't show up, or
Who?
Altered Beast.
No, I would have fucking let you know right off the bat if it did. Wise from your grave. Yeah, no, I would have let you know. But yeah, I don't know. There's some alright shit in there. I'm just glad that my Sonic knowledge doesn't go past fucking Sonic and Knuckles on Genesis, so I have like no need to ever watch a Sonic movie ever again. Like I said, it was all right. The whole wedding shit could have been thrown away because it was pointless. It was just like, oh, look at this fat girl doing good, getting her a model husband. It was all a ruse, you pig. Ha ha! It was just like laugh at the fat girl. And I don't want to say things like, hey, Joe, like what are they called? Those beluga whales where they have like the big foreheads that look like a deformity, like they have a tumor growing on the front of their face.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say the lady kinda, but kinda. Like they knew who they were casting just to be like, well, this doesn't seem right. How the fuck did this pig land this guy? And now it's all a joke, you fat bitch. Go back to the ice cream hole.
Well, the big difference is those beluga whales, they're cute.
All right.
You got a nice smile, Hey, I'm happy to be a beluga whale.
Like in the same way, Babe the pig is cute.
Yeah.
I see.
It's a happy-go-lucky pig,
Oh, shit. I mean, if you're a fan, watch it. I'll never watch it again, but I think this one's a lot better than the first one. Excuse me, man, this sneeze is just fighting my sinus cavity. But some of the animation looks weird. It almost looks like stop motion at times. It's fucking weird. But it's okay. I would say give it a shot.
And this is Jim Carrey's last hurrah. Am I right?
I doubt it. It'll
retiring
probably
after this. That's what he said.
Maybe. I don't follow Jim Carrey's fucking Twitter account or anything, so
But
I'm not
I don't
sure.
have Twitter, but yeah, I saw like a headline when I'm scrolling. But whatever, he'll be back if he's offered the right shit.
Probably Sonic 3 or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I think they killed him in this one, but you don't actually see the body, so I don't know.
Could have just been a Robotnik of Dr. Robotnik.
No, it was him.
like the Doombot.
Excuse me again. It was fucked up for like a split second. He's like doing some kind of costume customization on the screen, and you've seen a fat version of him that looked good. It was like, why didn't they just do that? Why didn't they put him in a clump suit or whatever the fuck? I don't know. I'll never watch any of these fucking movies again, but I would definitely suggest the second one over the first one. Just very, very weird choices they decided to make in this fucking movie. And our friend, the fucking light that shoots out of the ground, who the heroes have to fucking fight, that guy's fucking back. That fucking thing happened in like every movie for 10 years. I think Fanforstic, whatever the people on the internet were calling it, that was the last one. And after that sucked all the dicks in the room. I think studios were like, oh, let's lay off that light coming out of the ground shit. So it's back now, though. Go see it. Sonic 2, running wild in your ass.
Time I watched The Hunt.
Damn, with a C?
Kinda.
The Chunt.
This is a Danish movie. Is that, I don't know, one of those countries, the Netherlands, shit like that, whatever.
Love their pastries.
The Dutch, is that Danish? I don't know.
You know what they said about that little boy who stuck his finger in one of them, right?
No. Little Boy Blue?
He needed the money.
This is about a dude that is he had lost his job, so now he's working at a kindergarten, and he's got some friends, hangs out, goes hunting. He's well liked, and then all of a sudden at school one day, his best friend's daughter, like a real little girl, she just starts telling one of the teachers, "Oh, I hate him." It's like, well, why do you hate him? Because he's got a penis, and and it sticks up, and because she heard her brother and his friend talking about some porno that they were watching, so she took that information. Then it gets all misconstrued. The teacher's like, "Hey, this guy's fucking one of the kids or exposing himself to one of the kids," so they fire him. There's an investigation on him, and he's just slandered throughout the town because everybody thinks he's a kitty diddler after this.
What?
He's like fucking kids.
A KD?
Kid E. So then, they start, asking all the other kids, like, "Hey, did he do this to you?" Yeah, he did that to me. And so, "What about you?" Yeah. So like everybody's against him. It ruins his life.
I would assume it would.
Yeah, and they kill his dog. So this is another one. If you're a fan of dogs,
why'd they kill his dog? Did he fuck the kids too? Was his dog in on it?
That's the way people are, and then the movie goes on, and he's I don't know, he's cleared, because it turns out like all the kids are saying, "Yeah, he took me to the basement in his house, and he did all these." And it's like, well, he doesn't even have a fucking basement, so better luck next time, kid.
So they're able to revive the dog and bring them back to life.
Can't do that. And it's just like all the shit that he goes through. And then even afterwards, after he's cleared, there's still people like giving him the side eye, "Fuck you, man. I know you did it. And it's just like one of these things, and I thought, man, as I'm watching it, I was like, imagine somebody accuses Tom of that. And all of a sudden, the people like, "Yeah, fucking dude, he's got that look, with the hair and the glasses and the cap, the way those people, the way those molesters, they wear their caps like that, and it's like, fuck. I don't know. I just felt sorry for you watching this movie, Tom. But really good flick. It's on Tubi. It was another one that like I didn't know what to expect from watching it, but fuck, it was good. It's really good. Good acting in here. Just like somebody in a situation to where, hey, you're fucked. Sorry, shit's not true, but you're fucked anyway. What'd you watch, Tom?
Not that. I watched an old WAP movie called Delirium. Have you heard of it?
I think I have a copy. Maybe Blue Underground. I don't know.
He needed the money too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a movie, maybe a slasher movie. I think
Maybe
it's
it's
I
just some
think it's
bitch
a
thinking of stuff.
Jello movie. But someone's going around killing titty models for a gentleman's magazine, and we got to find out who it is.
This
And
is
then you do.
starring Serena Grande.
Which, surprisingly enough, not Mexican.
No, but she is pretty grande. Yeah, she's got some huge tits on her.
Yeah, and they display them on the poster prominently.
Yeah, but not so much in the movie.
There's enough. There's definitely
Oh, I could
there's
see Tom. Oh, that's enough of that. There's
I
just
would
enough.
say the movie is ample. If there's one word I can use to describe this movie, it's ample.
So I remember wanting to watch this movie because there's like always this still about this like a owl head guy, right? But it's only in one scene, right? It's just like real quick, and then there's like an eyeball head guy.
Yeah, they sucked me in with the eyeball head. And that's like really it's just in there for the sake of being weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, "Ooh, this is what they're thinking." Like there's a fucking other big titty hoe in it who puts like a bumblebee head on it and then gets molested by bees and dies. It's weird shit. I would say give it a shot. Uh I started with the fucking special features, and then it was all meatball and shit. So I was
Pasta.
like, all right, I'm gonna fucking not watch this. So I didn't. But yeah, it was worth a watch. Like this is if we ever do a list of hey, what's your favorite Italian horror movies? I'll be able to have one movie on the list. Because this one was no, it was all right. It wasn't the best, but like judging by all the other fucking bullshit Italian movies, I've hated every single one I've seen. So, I mean, I'd say this one's a win. So, give it a shot or don't. I don't give a fuck. You could always go over to severn-films.com. They also have a movie called Delirium. Not the same one. And I haven't seen the one that they're selling, but fuck it. Go over there and buy that one.
Yeah. Pick up that old Haunts BR set while you're there. Ours.
Damn, it's a pirate box set?
That's coming next from them.
Fuck. Remember when they released that porno movie Pirates and it did so well that they
They made a
made a
sequel?
highly edited version that was available to be rented at Hollywood Video?
That was that studio though. I don't remember what it, but they always did a like a soft cut, for like Cinemax or channels like that.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm.
All right, because I'm pretty sure this was a sucking fuck production.
Yeah, it was, but then
Oh, it was.
they would make a soft core cut of it,
Oh, okay.
so they could sell it to like the Cinemax After
In
Dark.
Hollywood Video.
Yeah, and them too. Yeah,
That was weird. That movie got huge.
yeah, it
You
made a
just
lot
had
of
to
money
suck it a little bit.
for a porn flick. Yeah.
It's no Bob Noblin. Then again, what
No.
is?
The Adventures of Bob Noblin.
Dun, 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 dun.
Tom, I watched the television series Gangs of London.
Oi!
Yeah, this is your typical mobster show, but it's in London, so they're not Italians. They're the Londoners, and they're fighting like the gypsies, and they're fighting guys from fucking Zimbabwe or whatever, and then they're fighting guys from fucking Kazakhstan. So a lot of different racial fighting, Tom. You know, these people just don't know how to get along with each other in that little island of England.
Or
But
any of the gangs called the Pufters?
yes, yes, and it starts out really cool. You know, you're introduced to all these different factions and everything, and you know these people are killing these people. But then it goes on to like, hey, there's this whole global conspiracy behind all these gangs, these mobster types, and it gets really stupid, really fucking stupid, to where you don't give a shit. You're just waiting for the action scenes to come out because the action scenes are just incredible, man. They are amazing.
Breathtaking.
If
Excellent.
you folks have seen the Raid,
I've seen the Raid 2 Redemption.
no, that's not the Raid 2. The
Oh.
Raid 2 is just a Raid 2, I think. But the Raid is
I've
the
seen
Raid
Red
Redemption.
Dead 2 Redemption.
So you're looking at that level of action. The shit's just crazy. Some of the shit they do, and it's well choreographed. Unlike like a lot of the shit that I complain about, there's not a whole lot of camera cutting. The camera, you know, stays with a lot of the fight scenes. It's just amazing, amazing shit. If you're into action flicks, give this a watch. Tom's not into action flicks, you know, and no, there was no fart jokes in this series the whole time, so definitely not for you, Tom. But anybody else, anybody with taste for action, anyway, not for story, because yeah, that fell apart. But I give it a high recommendation. It's on, I don't know what channel it's on.
BBC.
Some channel I shouldn't even have. I think I don't know. But fuck yeah, it's good. It's good
Fuck
for
yeah.
Tom, what did you watch?
I watched Vigilante. I
I've
just
seen that.
found out last
It's
week.
another one I had from Blue Underground.
This is a Blue Underground release.
Good movie.
I just found out this was a movie last week. That's
You don't?
fucking crazy. Hell
Oh, you
yeah.
like fart joke movies.
Me too.
Yeah, maybe if you diversified a little. You'd seen this shit a long time ago.
Yeah. I've been. This movie is fucking great.
This and Alligator. You hadn't seen.
Fuck no. I mean, Robert Forster, fucking the guy who invented the Chicago accents in both of them. But dude, this is probably the best movie I've seen in a long ass time. If you like the Death Wish movies, but
give him a rundown on the plot, you fuck.
This movie probably has the most shocking kill I've ever seen in a movie. Fucking Robert Forster, him and Fred Williamson work at some kind of machine shop. It's they're just like blue collar workers, and I'm gonna call him Bobby. I'm gonna say Bobby's wife goes to get gas, but there's some street toughs there roughing up the local shopkeep of said gas station. And the mechanic on duty, she's just like, hey, you're roughing up your boss. Aren't you going to do anything? He says, She's all right, well, I'm going to handle this. And she slaps the street tough, and a cop comes by. And the street tough looks at Bobby's wife like, oh, I'm going to get you, mate. And he does. Follows her home, stabs the shit out of her, and blows her fucking son away with his shotgun. So now Robert Forster, Bobby, sorry. So now Bobby, he wants justice. But the justice system fails him. So now it's time to take matters into his own hands.
Street justice.
Fuck yeah. It's fucking great.
So as you can tell by Tom's description, this movie basically ripped off Alley Cat which came out a year before.
I mean, no fucking 3-year-old got every fucking ounce of blood in its body shot out a fucking bathroom window.
Well, that's because they thought, oh, how can we surpass Alley Cat? I was like, oh, I know, we'll go for the exploitive route and just fucking go for gore and
I wouldn't say it's exploitive or gore. It is shocking. It is shocking as fuck. Because I didn't think they were going to do it.
Because they,
yeah, it might be. It might be fucking baby toddler exploitation. Toddsploitation.
It was playing off of the what were those assholes that would go around the subways and the berets and shit, saying they were protecting the streets?
The Hell's Angels.
No, it wasn't them. But some other angels or some shit. I don't remember.
The Subway Angels.
Yeah, let's call them that. Yeah.
All right.
Man.
Rest in empowerment for everybody on the subway.
But yeah, no, given Tom's, really bad. He didn't even tell you what the movie's about. Still,
I did.
But it's about.
I told you exactly what the movie's
about. A man
about.
that's had enough and decides to strike back, but maybe he feels he's striking back a little too hard. Maybe.
How do we know who's the bad guy? If we go out and shoot everybody, what makes them different from us? Hey, now, that's just something you got to figure out all on your own there, Jack. And then he fucks a broad in the ass right off screen. Lights up a cigar ashes in her hair. He doesn't give a fuck. Oh, God bless you, the Hammer. It's going to be a sad day when everybody posts your pictures on Facebook.
So, yeah, I dig this movie. I would recommend it. I still have it's a DVD, my version. I don't need to upgrade it. Fuck it. I'm sure it still
There's
has
a 4K version out.
Don't need it. Don't need it. But yeah, I'd recommend this one.
Yeah, it's fucking great. Like, their tagline for this movie was blue collar death wish, and yep, pretty much. So if that appeals to you, and if you're a Fred Williamson or Bobby fan, check it out for sure. It's shocking I just found out this movie existed.
It's sad, really.
It is. I'd agree. But it's good shit. I guess they made a sequel too. It has nothing to do with this one, so I'm not going to see it, but there's a sequel out there.
All right.
It's excellent. No, it's pretty good. It's no Mortal Kombat, the original movie, but it's pretty good.
I haven't watched anything else.
Oh, shit, Joe. I watched a movie that I got from you many, many years ago. And hopefully I'm going to let you know a couple words that represent this fellow. And then maybe you'll know the movie I'm talking about, Joe.
Okay.
This man, he is cheeky and he's cruel.
Oh, fuck.
Who is he, Joe?
He's a funny man. Is what he is.
Naughty funny man.
A prankster.
Oh, this was good shit.
Oh, that movie fucking sucks. Go ahead and
This is one of the best movies I was ever given because somebody didn't like it. I was just like, it's been a minute since I watched it. I remember really liking it. Still holds up. It's good shit.
Oh, man, only you.
It's very reminiscent of Leprechaun movies. It's definitely a horror comedy, whatever the fuck that is. But the Joker from the playing card comes to life and kills a bunch of blokes and birds in a castle, and one of them's dressed up like fucking what's her nuts, Velma from Scooby-Doo. And there's some good effects in there. It's funny. It's funny because of the way they speak. It's good shit, man. I watched this the other night. I enjoyed it. I was doing a little drinking, but I still dug it. This is good shit, and I barely see anybody talking about this. If he didn't have like this giant fucking hat with all this shit, I would have sculpted a funny man mask. But that's a lot of fucking bullshit to do for something that would sell like 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's dope. I would highly recommend Funny Man. It is good shit. If you like the Leprechaun series, definitely watch this shit.
That's one of my least liked movies. Did not give a shit about this one, folks. Not for me. I don't think it's for any of you either. That's just me though.
Would recommend.
Would not.
Cheeky and his crew. You knew it, stuck with you. He's the funny man. Good stuff.
Christopher Lee's in there, right?
He is, but I don't give a fuck about him.
Of course you don't.
I mean, you don't either. You gave this fucking movie away.
It's like not even Christopher Lee could save this shit. I gave it away.
Joe?
Tom.
You smell that?
Something smells like, I don't know, metallic, coppery.
What?
Like blood. Blood.
I was going to say it smells like someone's closing up camp.
Bloody Moida. Part 2. Closing camp. Hey.
This is what the first movie should have been.
Right. In this one, instead of preparing to open camp, camp's just fucking finished and they're closing camp. Hence the tagline, closing camp.
It was great, dude. That opening footage, you just see like the tires rolling and then the license plate and this nice little reasonable SUV going against the fucking Green Hill with Sonic spinning in the background. You hear closing time. I fucking loved it. This fucking opening shot was assembled so great. Fuck.
So yeah, they're back at camp, and this movie starts out just like the other one, where they prank the new guy and tell him the story about the killer in the woods. What's his name?
Trevor Morehouse.
Trevor, yeah, Trevor, whatever.
Morehouse.
Yeah. So they tell him that story, and they pull the big scare on him, and the guy's like kind of upset, sad, you know. And
Why
then,
are you scared from me?
yeah. Then Trevor Morehouse does fucking appear. But he's not wearing the hockey mask like he did in the last movie.
This one, he's wearing Buckethead's mask.
It's just one of those masks you can get at the fucking Hobby Lobby, you know, that I don't know what you're supposed to do with those masks. Paint them. Who fucking knows? Yeah, it's just a plain white mask.
But the hockey mask is on the cover.
The hockey mask was on the cover. But no, we don't see it in this movie.
Unlike the first movie, the killer that this quote-unquote franchise series is about only appears in the second movie. Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird decisions were made. It's okay, this isn't a good movie.
No, it's not.
If you're looking for if you're looking for a bad movie, like am I having a bad movie night? Picking 3 movies, getting pizza and beer, and gonna watch 3 bad movies. This would be fine.
You know, I'm not a big fan of the slasher movie, but this definitely qualifies in that genre where the first one didn't. You know, the first one just was fucking boring.
Just rubbish and nothing happening.
Yeah. So this one does have some kills. They're not great, but they're adequate. They're adequate, you know. This one has nudity.
It's not great, but it's adequate.
Tiffany Shepis, I think she looks good naked. And you got 2 other girls that don't take their clothes off for some reason, which that was a dumb move on the director. You know, they should have all gotten naked at some point. And then you have the red herrings, as they like to call
Red herring.
in the giallo fucking genre.
Jello.
They had a lot of this shit in the first one too, but this time, it's like, oh, okay, so this time it really is the fucking killer at the end.
Yeah, they do the Friday the 13th, the original thing, but they gender swap it to where now it's Trevor's papa who comes back.
Yep.
But I guess Trevor Morehouse is like an angel of death for good.
Maybe. I
Because
don't
he
know.
kills his
He
papa
kills
and
his dad.
saves the slag.
Leaving it open for yet another sequel,
Which
which
never
happened. So, and
yeah, this was definitely a series that was capitalizing on cover art.
Yep. But yeah, this second movie, it's not horrible. I would like Tom said, when you're either just bored and you feel you've watched everything else, give it a watch, or if you just
I wouldn't even say that.
have some friends over for beers and you just want to have a movie playing,
I would
fit the bill.
specifically say if you're gonna watch a few shit movies like that's your plan. I just want to watch some stereotypical shit movies, drink beer, and eat pizza. That would be the only way I would say watch this movie. Anything else, it's really not worth it. Like we're talking like, oh yeah, it's not bad. It is. It's a bad
It's
movie.
not great.
It's just not bad compared to the original.
Right. Yeah. But I could say that really about most of the genre or the slasher genre. It's not my thing. I don't give a fuck about it. But yeah, after watching the first one and then this one, this like holy fuck. Okay, they put some effort in this time.
Yeah. This is what you expected the first one to be.
Mm-hmm.
Just a fucking shitty slasher movie that sucks. This one delivers on that. The first one is just ugh.
Yeah,
Like
the first one's real hard to get through.
Yeah. But this one has what you would expect from this kind of movie. But still can't really recommend it except for that one situation. So that was quick and painless for the most part, I guess. It's just the first one was a bore. So, Joe, you like Ninja Turtles?
I don't.
You don't.
I sure don't.
Remember, like, maybe 2 years ago now when we were supposed to do the Gamera movies?
Mm-hmm.
And we never did?
We didn't.
Well, I was going to pick that, but then I thought, that'll probably bring in the Mystery Science Theater crowd, and we don't need that shit over here. So I said, Tommy boy, it ain't gonna happen. And then I thought, well, shit, Joe, maybe we should stay out of the swamp. Maybe we should do what came to save horror, some good old fashioned American horror movie and see what's going on with the Hatchet franchise and Victor Crowley. And then I said, God damn it, Joe's been through enough. I'm not going to put him through that fucking shit. Maybe at a later date.
Yeah, because there's what, 4 of those fucks now?
There are. And then I thought, well, what the fuck? You remember when we had our spectacular episode on our favorite magazines?
Mm-hmm.
And Fangoria was brought up. Fangoria has tried to be a fucking movie studio in one way or another ever since they fucking started.
Mm-hmm.
And it never worked.
It always stinks of desperation.
But Joe, now we're going to start at the beginning with the original trilogy of in-house Fangoria made Fangoria films. And there were 3. The first one being Mind Warp, aka Brain Slasher, with our favorite Bruce Campbell and Angus Scrimm. The second one being Children of the Night with Karen Black, and the third being Severed Ties with Garrett Morris. So we'll see, Joe. These are two of them are on Amazon Prime, but all three of them are on Tubi. So if you'd like to follow along, let's see what old Fangoria has to. These should be good, right?
Yeah.
They're Fangoria movies. Oh, we're
Right.
the horror guys, right?
A
They'll
lot
be
of
good.
nostalgic love for Fangoria.
You ever see any of these?
No.
Good. I've seen one. But we'll talk about that next week.
All right.
Can't wait. I was really thinking we should do the Gamera ones, but I really don't want those rigmarole folks over here. So there's that, Joe. You ready to swing into action?
What issue number is this?
This is 11111111111.1.
All right. So on this one, when we last left.
Wait, hold on now. This was supposed to be Stan Lee's last issue.
It's not. It's not.
But Jerry Conway gets top writing credit.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here, Joe?
From what I read, it was like Stan was done. Said, "Here, I've already, put everything together for you. The last issue, you can take it from here, Jerry." And yeah, he just fucking leaves on a cliffhanger. Lets somebody else take the reins.
But does he? Isn't he still there? Because he comes back in a few issues down the line as a co-writer.
Does he? I don't know.
We'll get to that.
All right.
I'm just saying, this is very like, what are you doing, Stanley?
Yeah.
I thought we were done, but you're hanging around. And
so when we last left, Craven took the Gibbon. An ape-looking man under his wing and says,
Javier, you call him by his name.
I'm going to train you, and we're going to take down Spider-Man together. Blank, that's his last name, because they didn't give him a name in the orphanage.
Bardem.
Just Blank.
Bardem. Javier Bardem.
So it's, it starts out, Craven's training him. The Gibbons getting pissed. Hey, this is all a bunch of bullshit. I don't want to train anymore. I just want to.
Because you're supposed to start small and then go big.
But
he's just going big, and you can't train in anals like that.
Drinking all these chemicals to give him the Craven type powers that Craven has. I don't know.
Get the powers of a cat.
But it's all a fucking ruse. Craven is giving him these chemicals so he can control his mind, so they can be mind locked. So when he goes to fight Spider-Man, he's really fighting Spider-Man, but from a distance because he's got that broken arm.
Damn, like he's in a Pacific Rim suit, but he's really just fucking
what the hell,
though? An ugly man.
Because Craven shouldn't even be alive because he got thrown off a cliff when they were in the Savage Land not too long ago. But we learned that as he was falling off that cliff, he grabbed every branch on his way down.
Every branch he could.
To slow his descent. And then he fell. Yeah, he broke a few bones, but he crawled into a cave and healed there. Over time,
he healed with the powers of a cat.
And vowed to fucking defeat
Revengeance!
Yeah. So, yeah, the Gibbons fighting Spider-Man.
Say it like you mean it.
Spider-Man's is like, sorry I was such an asshole to you, but it's too late. Now he's got to fight the Gibbons, and the Gibbons
Say
are under mind control. But the thing about mind control is it can be fought off, and you can redeem yourself and remember who you were. That's exactly what happens. And at the end, Craven's just there all mad in his little Craven cave in defeat. He's upset. And And Mary, or what's her name, Aunt May, she's still missing. We don't know what happened to her.
Dear Peter, I have to go now. Bye.
She left him a "I'm out of here" letter, and we'll see what happens with that next issue.
Mm.
In the meantime, Tom, I read Marvel Team Up #2, also written by Jerry Conway. Issue 2 also guest stars the Human Torch, just like in the first issue.
Hell yeah.
And in this
Keeping
one,
it real.
the Frightful Four, who are right now just the Frightful Three, because Medusa like took off back to the fucking Attillans or whoever they are, the Inhumans.
Yes.
And so they need another one. They need a fourth. So what they do is they hypnotize Spider-Mans, and they go invade the Baxter building, which is just the Torches there. But another example, like the Torch, he's upset because his girlfriend left him, and he wants to just talk to Spider-Man, but Spider-Man's just like an asshole. It's like, fuck off, dude. I don't want to talk to you. The more I read about Peter Parker, the more I see he's just a terrible, terrible person that doesn't deserve these abilities he's been given.
That he's been given.
So they go into the Baxter building. Spider-Man beats the shit out of the Human Torch. The Wizard like messes around with Reed Richards' computers to get into the negative zone. And oh shit, there's a Nihilus.
Fuck yeah!
He's gonna come through and destroy the whole world. But the thing about being hypnotized and mind control, Tom, is you can break that. The real you can come through, and that's exactly what happens. They're able to defeat the Frightful Four or Three, send Annihilus back to his dimension by pulling the plug on the machine, and yeah, this time they got Sandman, because remember he got away last time. They got him this, and this is the time when Sandman was wearing that real shitty costume and not just the shirt, you know.
No.
Good shit. It was an enjoyable read. Definitely better than anything still in Amazing Spider-Man, but hopefully that gets better. You know, maybe like, if he's running on his own plots, Jerry Conway will improve the book. I don't see how he could make it any worse.
I mean, hopefully he'll be able to at least come up with a better Hunter. Okay, I'm gonna go get a beer then.
So yeah, I mean, you can join us next week, everybody, when the headline is Spider-Man Cops Out, which I think means he's gonna quit again, and that's been a recurring theme in that. Tom's gonna take fucking forever to get this beer. All he had to do was have a few beers beside him, plan ahead like I do. But anyway, that's what happens when you work for dwmproductions.net. Head on over there, check out all the masks he's got. Just order some shit. Order all kinds of shit that he's got. Masks, DVDs, Christmas ornaments. I think he does props and shit too. I don't know. I haven't been on his site in a long time. You know, I mean, he said he revamped it, like he was redoing the whole thing. I went on there, clicked, click. It looks the same. It looks the fucking same. But hey, what are you gonna do, right? But yeah, definitely go over there, take a look, show your support, so Tom can keep on doing this show after I'm gone with a new, probably more interesting co-host. But that'll be fine. That'll be all right. Tom's back, folks.
Hello and welcome to DWN Productions THC podcast. Mouse Dickin' sponsored. Joe, you like lists?
Sometimes, Tom. Sometimes.
What about this time, you fuck?
What was the list this time?
This time our list was our favorite things to come out of the Stan Lee era of Amazing Spider-Man.
All right, so I did the right list. Almost didn't do the list. Almost
fuck,
list.
Because you're a piece of shitter.
But I did do the list, and for my honorable mentions, Tom, I have the Schemer's supercar. He had a tricked out car, like he took it to the Pimp My Ride people.
Fuck yeah, exhibit.
Then I have Spider-Man's costume, but this is only honorable mention because I'm sure this is all fucking Kirby. Kirby put this shit together.
Ditko?
No, Kirby did.
Oh,
Ditko
alright.
was a first artist, but Kirby did the character design.
He walked past that store, saw the Spider-Man costume.
Then I have the Vulture throwing rocks.
Mm.
Then I have Foswell. I think that was the name of that character.
Farnsworth.
Yeah, Farsworth. Yeah, that's him.
No, it's
Uh,
Foswell.
And then I have a guy that would go on to be a villain in Power Man Iron Fist, Man Mountain Marco. Those, Tom, are my honorable mentions.
My honorable mentions. First one is from a recent issue. It's Gwen telling Aunt May to fuck off. That was good shit. And then I have that time Spider-Man grew 6 arms. I thought that happened later, and I was like, oh shit, that's a problem, at least to have when you think you're a Spider-Man, so all right. And then I have the Gibbon! And then I have Stan Lee's racial commentary. Nothing better. And finally, I have Fancy Dan. And Joe, those are my honorable mentions.
All right, Tom. At number 10, I have Craven's laser nipples.
Oh, fuck. That's a good one, but I hate Craven, so it still wouldn't have made the fucking list. If only he would have killed himself in this fucking run, then that would have been number 1.
We'll get to that.
My number, hopefully. Yeah, sorry, dog. I'll keep it going. Juan will be around. It'll be me and Juan doing the show.
You can do it with Kyle.
No, we'll have
And
Juan.
you can do the podcast.
Are you not going to let Juan carry on Fast Custom Shirts?
Sure.
So I'll do it with Juan. Relax. Your legacy will live on. Your legacy will live on. Oh, good one, Tommy boy. My number 10 is Harry's Pill Addiction.
Fucking junkie.
Don't stop till you get enough. Willie, keep reading. Find out together. Number 9.
And number 9, I have the Vulture 2, who also goes by the nomenclature or his fucking name, Blackie Drago.
My number 9 is the guy in the shirt. The Sandman. I always pictured him talking like this. You fuck. I have nipples made of sand, you know.
At number 8, I have that whore Mary Jane. Just fucking things up for everybody, left and right. She was even a go-go dancer for a couple of issues.
My number 8, I have the decision that Stan Lee chose to not draw the comics himself. I appreciated that shit. Thank you.
At number 7, I have the Lizard's lab coat. Really fucking ridiculous, but I get a kick out of it every time.
Well, I mean, they're big. Lab coats tend to be big. That's more plausible to stay on somebody than they grow than to say the Hulk's pants. So, works out. My number 7, the Spider Light. I'm sorry. the spider torch. Great. Never forget.
At number 6, I have the Enforcers. I can't just single out Fancy Dan because he's part of a team, with the Ox and Montana. Hope we see more of them.
It's been a while. Been a while. Well, my number 6 goes out to the greatest weapon that we have seen in Amazing Spider-Man so far, and that is rocks and how Vulture throws them. Awesome. Good stuff.
It's clever writing there for sure. Good job, Stanley. At number 5, I have Dr. Octopus, aka Otto. Yeah, I like him. I like the villain.
Yeah, I like him. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 5, I have Misquerio, the master of illusion. Because he's a SFX artist, you see. He does special FX.
Well, we couldn't, not bring up J. Jonah Jameson on Hitler's birthday because he does have that Hitler mustache. But again, I gotta say, this is more than likely entirely a Ditko creation.
My number 4, what can I say? I like him. And that's Doc Ock. Dr. Otto Octavius.
At number 3, I have Fat Jokes. So yeah, every time he brought in the Kingpin, Stanley was sure to write in them fat jokes, making fun of the fat dude.
God damn, look at her here. A fucking Kingpin looking like some fat.
You move pretty fast, Tubbs.
With the Z. Well, Joe, my number 3 is more of a Ditko creation. But what can you say? And that's J3, J. Jonah Jerklin. Ah! Give me a picture of the Spider-Man! Ah! Rest in empowerment.
At number 2, I have my all-time favorite Spider-Man's villain, the Sandman.
All right. At number 2, we have my favorite villain from the Stan Lee era, and that's the Lizard. Him in his lab coat. Boy, I'll tell you what. Always cracks me up.
At number 1, Stan Lee leaving the book. It's my favorite thing he ever did.
Well, he hasn't left yet, apparently, Joe. Well, I thought for sure you wouldn't have forgot about this one, but you did.
The window washing superhero / villain?
No.
He almost made my list.
No. And this is Kurt Connor signing a picture of himself to his wife. That is my favorite thing to happen.
I think I'm going to do that for Lisa. Just keep it here on the shelf.
Just make sure to do the same pose and write the same shit that was written on
for sure.
Even if it says, to my dearest wife, Kurt Connors, make sure to write Kurt Connors. Why is somebody calling this late?
This late at night? That's ridiculous.
Oh, it only rang once and then stopped. So that's good. Yeah, we're the only household in America with a landline still, so that's what we get, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, Joe, next week, what are we
Next
doing?
week, join us when we talk about our favorite or top 10 WAP movies.
Walk?
Italiano.
Oh.
You mentioned it earlier. I figured, hey,
Well, I
that
mean, you can't say that word, you racist piece of shit.
yeah, I can.
Man, so I got one. So tune in next week when I fucking say delirium and then Joe, take it away. Because it's only an honorable mention. Oh shit, I'm just gonna have to find movies made by WAPs, I guess.
You guess so. Or
Well,
about the WAP experience.
I guess. Shit.
Like my big fat Greek wedding. Greeks and WAPs are the same, right?
Nah, big fat, but so head on over to dwnproductions.net and buy Fisted on DVD, which comes with cheese balls, also on the same DVD. However, you can watch cheese balls free as fuck on YouTube by searching DWN Productions cheese balls. Fisted, you can't though. You got to go to dwnproductions.net and buy that DVD. Maybe I'll tell you to buy something in mid-June, late June. But as of right now, just go there and get the DVDs or head on over to fastcustomshirts.com and get one of these motherfuckers. You fucking watch the shit. You're listening to the shit. Why not get a shirt? They're fucking dope.
Go get one.
Just search BOYGOB. Go to Fast Custom Shirt. Go to Fast Custom Shirts. Go to Fast Custom Shirts. Search BOYGOB. That shit'll pop up. That's forest green, army green. No, that's forest green.
Forrest.
And I'm sure the only choice option, that's the word, you will have is African American, but that's not my fault. Joe finds random shirts he has left over, screens them in hopes that they would sell, and they don't. So now at least I have them as props to hold up. So hopefully you feel bad after hearing this. But shit, now I guess I got to get one of those $17 shirts. Last week they were 10, but
You do.
fuck. So head on over to fastcustomshirts.com. Besides a BOYGOB shirt, which will be the first thing you put in your shopping cart, thousands of more designs over there. I hope when you go to check out, you pick. I hope when you go to check out, you pick at least 7 that screens are no longer available for. So Joe has to make brand new screens just to complete your order.
That's usually the way it goes, but that's okay.
Anything else you'd like to say, Joe?
Nothing but boy God.